back again for the second part of this Module 9. I'm sorry if I'm a little scattered with this one. I've been reviewing it, but I've been reviewing it in about 5 minutes at a time between interruptions. So we're on page 230, and we're doing a lot of different things in this one. We're creating a database, and we're going to copy and paste data from that into a PowerPoint. And we're also going to create a spreadsheet and copy and paste data from the spreadsheet into the PowerPoint. So the main goal here is to get a PowerPoint that contains information that's been created in Access and in Excel. We're going to start with the Access database. Let me share my screen and open Access. And we're starting with a blank database. It's going to be called PR9 Horizons Estates. Okay, create that, and then remember it gives you a table to start out with, so you can go immediately to Design View, and we're going to call this table Home Designs. And then we've got on page 213, it shows us the table structure and the data. So go ahead and let's see, fill that in as it's shown in that graphic on the top of page 231, or you can just follow along on my screen. My fingers are cold. I can't type when my fingers are cold. Or ever, apparently. Okay, so now in step 3, we're going to do a couple lookup wizards for style. It's lookup wizard, and we're going to type in the values. And those values are shown on page 231 in the middle. We've got 3 of them. Okay, and then you can just finish on that. And we're going to do another lookup field for location. And you're typing those in also. And that's going to be Ocean View, Forest View, and City View. Finish on that. Okay, so then go on over to Datasheet View. It'll prompt you to save it. And then you're going to enter the data as it's shown at the bottom of page 231. This is going to take a few minutes, so if you want to fast forward through this part of the video, that's fine. Or if you're copying from what I'm doing, then you can just watch it. I don't care. But I'm going to just leave it on while I'm typing this in. right, I hope I've got that all correct now. And that was from step 5, so now you can just close out of that table. I'm going to do a best fit on it really quick before I close out. So you close it. It might ask you to save it if you've done a best fit on it, but if all you did was enter data, it probably won't ask you to save. That's fine. Okay, now we're going to create a query. So go to the Create tab, Query Wizard, Simple Query. We only have one object to create anything on, so we're going to be adding everything. So you can use those double arrows, and then next, next, and we're naming it Design Breakdown. And then choose Modify Query Design so we can go directly to the design view. And then from here, okay, so we're going to sort the style ascending, and we should have that sort row in there already, so just look for the style column. We want that one to be ascending, and also the cost ascending, and it'll do them in order from left to right. So style will be the primary sort, and then within style it will sort cost within style ascending. Okay, oh, we're running that. Okay, run that, should be in the correct order, same as mine. And then we're going to close the query and save it, sure. And then we're going to make a copy of it. So you'll choose the Design Breakdown query, and then you can do Control-C copy, or you can do it up here on your ribbon. And then we're going to go into Excel and start a blank workbook. And then right there in cell A1, you're just going to do a paste link. So you should have your paste button there available. So when you click on the down arrow of the paste button, you should have this option for paste link. So it pulls everything in, but it's actually linked back to the original source in Access. So if we change what's in Access, then it will update it here in the Excel spreadsheet also. And we're going to do a best fit on all of those columns. And that's it. Now we need to save this Excel spreadsheet as PR9 Horizons Estates data. And then you can turn the page, and we're going to work in Excel for a minute. We're going to fix up our data a little bit and then create a pivot table based on this. First of all, we're going to add another column called Total Worth. And this will contain the formula E2 times F2. Okay, so cost times quantity. Nope. Come on, Trish. That makes more, yeah, it is cost times quantity. E2 times F2, there we go. And then in column I, total sales. This is going to be E2 times G2. Okay, and then copy both of those down the column and format them in accounting style. And then you might need to widen those columns to show all of your numbers. Okay, click anywhere outside of that table and, or sorry, in the table. And then click on the Insert tab and choose Pivot Table. And just click OK. It's going to insert the pivot table on a new sheet. And we're going to rename these sheet tabs. So sheet 1 is going to be Designs. Remember, you can just double click on that sheet tab. And sheet 2 will be Analysis. So we're working on sheet 2. And we want to check style and total sales over here in our fields. Oh, I clicked it. okay, I can't read, style, and total sales. There we go. Okay, and then click any value in the pivot table. We're going to change that to currency. And again, remember we've done that down here before, but I'm trying to remember how we do it up on the ribbon. Field settings. There it is. Number format, currency, okay, and okay. Click the pivot chart button in the tools group so we can add the chart in there, and we're just going to click OK to accept that first clustered column chart type, and then add chart elements. This is going to be data labels and data callouts, so it will look like it does at the bottom of page 233. So add chart elements on that green button. Point to data labels, click on the arrow, and then at the bottom choose data callouts. Okay, then we're resizing it to fit D3 to L20, so remember how to move that around with the Alt key to make it snap into the grid. We want this to go to L20. Ugh. Jumps all around on me. Okay. There we go. Oh, and then we're going to turn off, let's see, we need to be on the Analyze tab. We're going to turn off the field buttons. So just click on the top part of that field button command and it will turn them off, and then you can save your workbook. It should look exactly, let me scoot over there, exactly like this. There, maybe that's a little bit better. I did that kind of quickly and didn't double check my work, but it looks like it matches the book, barring any typos in the numbers I might have made, but that's what it should look like. Okay, turn the page, and now we're going to get into PowerPoint. So we're going to create a PowerPoint from an outline and then decorate it, make it look nice. So in that PowerPoint, we'll be putting some of this data from our Excel spreadsheet, and we'll also be putting, well, now I can't remember if we're putting it from the database or not. I told you I did this in like 5-minute segments, so I can't really remember what I did yesterday. Okay, so we're opening up PowerPoint. And sorry, we're going to a blank PowerPoint presentation. And then on the new slide drop down from the bottom, you'll choose slides from outline. In your data files, you have a Word document called PR904. It's just an outline. They applied the outline style, like from the bullets and numbering, that kind of thing. And we're going to pull that into PowerPoint, and it'll actually create a new slide for each of the main points in that outline. So here it is, PR904. And there we go. Now we want to decorate it because it pulled it in. It was in Office theme in Word, so it's kind of got all the blue writing, and we're going to change the theme here in PowerPoint. So, oh, we have to save it first. And it's going to be PR9 Horizons Estates Orientation. I already did this one, so I'm just going to replace that one. Okay, on slide 1, delete that. It's blank. You can just delete on your keyboard. And then we're changing this one in the layout. This is going to be a title slide. And then to the right of buyer orientation, click there, hit enter, type your name. Okay, then go to the design tab, and we're going to put a theme on it of retrospect, which I think you all have. Not positive. I think it's this one. Yeah, retrospect. And we want the green variant. Okay, now go to the slide sorter view. We're going to select all of these, and we're going to do a cool little trick to reset the slides. And when you reset it this way, it resets it to the theme. that we chose for PowerPoint. So it basically removes the formatting that it came in with from Word and resets it to what it should be in this current theme. And that is, I can't find where it is. Oh, on the Home tab. Home tab, reset. There we go. Reset. So you can see all the blue is gone. The fonts are nice and neat and everything is all matchy-matchy. Okay, now we're going to go into the Slide Master view and do some changes to the basic formatting of every slide. So, sorry, I can't get up to my ribbon right now. Okay, View, Slide Master, and then remember you always have to scroll up to find that the actual Slide Master is hidden there at the top. So that's the one we want, and then we're going to insert a picture here. So go to Insert Pictures, and then the publisher already gave us the picture, so you're going to go out to your data files where you've got them. And then it's PR905. It's geese. Okay, so we're going to crop this and make it look like it does on page 235. It's really quite different from what it looks like right now. We're just using a little bitty piece of this picture and we're going to line it down at the bottom. And it turns out looking pretty nice. So you can double click this picture and that'll automatically get you to the Format tab and then choose Crop and then just crop it to about the way it looks there in the picture on the right side. Make sure you don't get out too far like that and include some of the blank white space in your picture. You just want to be right on the edge of the original picture. And then from the, actually, shouldn't have gotten the corner. I probably should have just pulled it down straight from the top. That would make more sense. And then from the bottom, we're getting it just to about there. Yeah, I'm going to try to pull that out a little bit and get it right to the edge where it should be. Okay, then click away from the picture and it'll crop out everything you didn't want on there. And then click on the picture again. We're going to make this 13.3 inches wide, which is the width of the slide, or it should be. That can vary depending on which version of PowerPoint you're using. So if you widen this to 13.3, and that's not the width of your slide, then change it. You can make it wider or narrower up here, but just make it so it's the width of your slide. And then drag it so it's down. I think we're supposed to actually put it, yeah, just right here above the green bar at the bottom. Okay, I take that back. It's supposed to be at the bottom edge of the slide. I just don't know. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. There's the bottom edge of the slide, and then we want to send it backwards. So on the send backwards drop down arrow, we're going to choose send to back, and then we can see the green on there. But yeah, I don't think that's what we wanted. So we did need to send it to the back, but I'm going to pull that graphic up a little bit. Otherwise, it's just completely covered up by that green bar. And it's supposed to look more like this. So that's what you want it to look like. Then go back to the Slide Master tab. We're done with this. Oh, you should notice too, by the way, that it put that picture on several of these slide layouts. So if we use this comparison layout, for instance, it's called comparison layout, it's going to have that picture on it. Or if we use the to content layout. But here, if we use the section header layout, it won't have that picture. Remember, we're in the Slide Master view. So this isn't our actual PowerPoint. This is just the layout or the template for each of the different slides that we might use. So go back to the Slide Master tab and close out of Slide Master view. And then you get a better look at what our whole presentation looks like. Go to slide 4 in the presentation and then switch over to Excel. This is where we're going to do our first copy and paste. So we're going to we're going to copy and paste this chart. So click somewhere in the border of it so the whole thing is selected. You can copy with Control-C and hop back over to PowerPoint. And since, I'll bet we're supposed to go to normal view. Yeah, switch back to normal view. in PowerPoint. It wouldn't matter, I don't think, but it's easier to see it in bigger size. So from here, you're going to go to the paste drop-down and choose Use Destination, Theme, and Link Data. There it is. So remember our bars were blue back in Excel. Now they're green because they're matching the PowerPoint theme that we chose. And with that still selected, you're going to use the Increase Font Size button until it is at 12-point font size right there. And then we want bold. See, it applies bold to everything in there and the font size as well. And then the shape outline button, this is going to be over here toward the right. Shape outline, we want that to be Lime Accent 1. Is that this? There we go. And then we're going to size it and align it over here like it's shown in the book. I actually forgot we're supposed to delete the title. Delete on your keyboard, and the legend. Just hit delete on your keyboard. And I guess, I don't know if I missed a direction for sizing it, but I don't think so. I think we're just supposed to resize it as needed so that it fits here as it's shown in the book. It's a little bit better. Okay. There we go. So it should look about like that. We're saving this presentation. So just click on the Save button and turn the page. Now we're going to do some updating on the presentation. So go back to Excel and then get on the Design Sheet tab and then go to cell D14. We're going to add in some summary data here. And this comes from the top of page 237. And then our formulas are going to be sums, so that's going to go in E14, and I use AutoSum, and that's going to be for the data in column F. And total worth is going to be the data in column H. And then number of sales is the data from column G. And total sales is the data from column I. And then I'm going to expand that out so I can see all of that information there. Okay, so we're going to select this data then and copy it using Control-C and then go back to your PowerPoint slide 5 this time. And then in the paste list arrow, we have to go all the way into paste special this time because we're going to paste a link, and this is just where the links are in PowerPoint. So you choose paste link and OK. And then we're going to size and position. Actually, before we do that, we're going to change the layout to title only. Here it is. Okay. And then size and position this as it's shown in the book. So it's going to be about like, well, I don't know, maybe bigger than that. It's pretty big. Yeah, I guess about like that. Doesn't have to be quite that big. Just try to make it look like that or like what's in the book. Okay, now we've got that done. Now we're going over into Microsoft Word. So with Word open, you want a new blank document. And in here, we're going to, we're going to insert a screenshot. This is, I don't usually do screenshots this way, but I guess it's kind of cool. If you go to the Insert tab, this screenshot drop down, I just never think about that being there. It's going to pull up a list of basically everything that you have open, every application that you have open. So you can just take a screenshot right here of whichever one you want. So this is the PowerPoint screen, and that's the one we want. Yeah, why are we doing that? I guess we'll find out. Okay, so there's our screenshot, and then we're saving this. Okay, hold on, I want to make sure I've got this right. Yep, we're saving this as PR9 Horizons Estates low sales prices. Okay, so that's just so that we have a Word document that references that information. So PR9, is that again? Horizons Estates. Low sales prices. There we go. Okay, switching back over to Access. I told you we were doing a lot of switching in here. Okay, view the home designs table. So open that up. And then in records 2 and 5, we're going to change the cost to $600,000. Now we actually get to see the fruits of our labor. You get to see how linking those and then updating them somewhere else will cause them to update in the newer applications. Okay, so now with that done, you have to close the table, or the other applications won't recognize that this change has been made in the linked table. So close that out, go to Excel, and we're looking at cell E17, and hang on a second. Oh, hey, thank you. Oh, all right, thanks. Okay, so it says that it's going to be updated, and it's not, but when I did this before, it took a minute to update, and it just kind of sat there for a while before it fully updated. And I'm not sure if it did it or not when I wasn't looking, but it's not the right number, so I'm just not sure if that has updated yet or not. I don't think it has. Ah, there it goes. Did you see that? Look at that. Now it's $13,300,000. I just had to be patient. Okay, so it's updated now, and then we're going to go to the Analysis Sheet tab, and we have to refresh the pivot chart. So on the, I forgot already, Analyze tab, I'm going to hit refresh, and then you might have seen right away it changed those numbers. So the contemporary should be 7,100,000. And then if you go over to PowerPoint, slide 4, it is updated. Ooh, look at that. I don't like how it did that on my, I need to make that bigger. Okay, that's better. So it did update automatically. So it just seems like, I guess it always does. You just have to be patient with it. And, you know, I was wanting to try to refresh it and rush it along. So it should be 7,100 for contemporary on your PowerPoint slide. And then we're going to delete this, the category axis. So just click anywhere down there and hit delete on your keyboard. And then go to, oh, we're also supposed to look at here, yeah, on slide 5 too. Total sales should have been updated like this as well. Okay, so now we're going to go to the slide sorter button and just kind of review it and make sure that it looks like it does at the bottom of page 237 in your book. If you followed all of that, it will. Okay, so basically our PowerPoint is now finalized. Now, if we wanted, we could keep these connected to that Access database and to the Excel spreadsheet for future changes on those spreadsheets. But in this case, this is a final PowerPoint. So this would be something where if you were going to archive it, like you could say this was the sales data for the year 2019 or whatever year this was. And it would be archived and then not necessarily used again in the future. If you were going to use this again in the future and continue to update it, you would want to maintain those links between the other data sources. But since we're not, we're going to break the links. And that's useful because if you think about, you're going to submit this to me. You're going to submit this in Canvas. And if you submit this PowerPoint to me and you don't submit the data sources, then I'm going to get a message when I open this PowerPoint and it'll say, we can't connect to the original source. Is that okay? Well, I would say yes, because I know the deal, but other people who are just looking at this PowerPoint wouldn't understand what that means. So that's why it's useful to break those links right here, edit links to files, and you're going to break both of those links. Oh. Okay, I guess that one stays. I wasn't paying attention before. Close that out and then save the PowerPoint. And then we're also going to go into Excel, and we had linked access to Excel, so we have to break the link in Excel also. It just does it a little bit differently. And then save that. And that's it. And you can go ahead and close out of those. And I'll stop this video, and we'll have one more video for this module, and that will be it.